release, the final frontier. Well, LEGO might be going into the final frontier too. Nike, in their partnership with LEGO, is going to move forward, and we've got a bunch of sets for January. All that and much, much more on this week's Breaking News. Now, we're all limited by horizontal surfaces. LEGO takes up a lot of that. So how are we going to solve that issue? Do you leave it there or deconstruct it and find other places? Or could you mount it to the wall? I personally had the Technic Supercar, the Bugatti Chiron, taking up a lot of space. So I found 11mark.com, where you can have a fully mounted vertical Bugatti with a lovely background of the Bugatti racing stripe with the logo and LEGO logo. There are two different frames, one that's lit and one that is not. And that's not the only LEGO set that you can have mounted. There are many, many options. So I recommend you head over to 11mark.com and use the code backtobrick, which gives you a 10% discount on all of their frames, as well as the sets that they also produce. So instead of taking up so much horizontal space, take that LEGO set and go vertical. Again, that's 11mark.com and use the code backtobrick to save 10% on your order.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFOLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast as always, and Happy New Year. It is the start to our 5th year, well, technically in April, of the podcast. So make sure you subscribe to this as well as the YouTube channel, as it's finally building to over 3,000 subscribers, and I'm just really proud of what I'm going to continue to do over there and continue to do on the Instagram and building that. I'm going to be applying to the LAN program here probably next week, so fingers crossed that I get in. Third time is the charm. Now, as you can tell, my voice is a little shot. I got sick over the holiday season. I am fortunate enough to have the flu, so some people in the family did. Just a cold and a really shitty throat. And so I'm not going to talk a ton today, so I can conserve some of that and hopefully recover by next week. I really don't want this to extend into next week. We will be doing our set reviews still. We're going to be doing set 42669, the Beekeeper's House and Flower Garden from the Friends line, and the Imperial Lat Gunship from Remco Rohan on Rebrickable, a mock that has really inspired me to build some other really cool Star Wars designs outside of the line that we already have. All right, so we're just going to move right in. Oh, no, I'm going to start with thanking our patrons over at Patreon. They have supported throughout the last 2 years here, and I'm just super proud of what I've accomplished in this, and with their help, continue to move forward to improve it. I want to thank Bellefonte Brick Studio, Jimmy Tucker, Ryan S., David, Matthew Vander Boogart, Paul Snellen, Lee Jackson, and Pop's Block Shop. Thank you again for being supporters of the podcast. All right, let's move into this week's breaking news. Our first story is about rumors of 2 new battle sets for LEGO Marvel. Now, the Marvel Superhero Series has done some battle packs. One recently was the Ant-Man from the Civil War, and we're going to get 2 more. One more focused on the endgame. Not sure it's going to be a full battle scene on the grounds or at the I think they've already done one, and it was on sale for quite some time as it was retiring this year. But I think this one might be a little bit of a different change, as it is a $100 set, so we might get some better figures for it. And it's likely to release sometime in May, including Black Panther, Captain America, the Chitauri, Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch, and a couple other fun characters to add to it. Thanos is, of course, likely to be present for that battle. The next one is the Hulk truck versus Thanos, and it's actually increasing from $30 to $35 for this set. And it looks like we're going to get Hulk with maybe a helmet, maybe Thanos with a helmet as well, and of course the Infinity Gauntlet for this. So look out for those come May, summer time frame this next year. A LEGO display piece on New Year's Eve fell onto 10 people and injured them. There was a arcade in the game family fun center that had a LEGO display on one of their upper sections that was like a arcade style of video game. Now, it was attached to some balloons to celebrate the new year, and the net had all these balloons, and it was attached to that and a roof. And on trying to pull and release the string, it wasn't working, so of course some people decided to join in and help in that effort, and it pulled the model off the the semi like covered roof section, injuring people. Now, I'm going to say it's not from Lego. It's somebody built this. So there's no liability to that. Probably liability to the party store for doing something like that, since it's not a secure model to it. So yeah, maybe either secure a model like that to the floor there, or don't attach things to it if you know it's movable. Lego's come out with another fun book talking about their history. This is Lego Space Book, and it talks about the major space sections that we've seen throughout our history with Lego, from 1970s to the 1990s, and of course some of the newest additions. And it talks about how the basics of Lego came to be, but then it really moves into how space has really impacted Lego, some of the sets, the design features, and just another really fun tabletop book to get. Right now, it's available in the UK for £43 and in the US for $50. So that's a fun book to add to the shelf. If you have any space, get it, space. Lego's unintentionally revealed some of their new sets coming out this year by putting their instructions on the instructions database. We've got 3 new Brickheadz from the Disney line. We've got Dumbo, Eeyore, May, the Red Panda. Now, Red Panda from Red Panda. The Dumbo is, of course, a legendary movie from Lego, or well, not from Lego, from Disney, and Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, which means we might get some of those as new Brickhead sets. We have the Easter Bunny and Chick Egg Hunt that'll be coming out in the spring. The decorative Easter eggs set, also spring. Easter egg chick painting fun, and the Venom Museum robbery, completely different off the bat from that as a gifted purchase. And then some piece counts to our Bricklink Designer Program Series 3, all ranging from about 1,900 to 3,000. So it's going to be an expensive Bricklink series for that one. All right, this is huge if true, and I am so pumped if it is a real thing. Star Trek, we're going to get the Enterprise in Lego form. This is massive. It's a whole new world for Lego to do this as the license came up, and I hope that it's not the only set, if it is a set that we'll be getting. But it's likely to be the NCC 1701D class. For anyone that doesn't know what that means, it means that it's from Star Trek The Next Generation, and that is from Patrick Stewart's legendary show that went for, I believe, 8 seasons and quite a few movies, and he had his Picard TV show. It is a wonderfully creative ship. It's really big, so it's likely to be rumored to be over 3,600 pieces and released on Black Friday next year. And it's going to have the full cast. We've got Picard, Riker, Worf, Geordi, Dr. Crusher, Wesley Crusher, Counselor Troy, Guinan, and Data with his cat Spot. I can't wait to see this. If it's real, I'll be there a day ahead of time to get this because I'm just so excited for this set. Lego Spring Festival Lucky Knots has been revealed for their gift with purchase. This is part of the Chinese New Year, and it has 317 pieces, and it is really cool. It actually comes with 2 of them, and what they use is like the life-saving inner tubes to create rings around the outside, kind of an intricate weave to it with 2 Chinese symbols on either one of them. What are the Chinese symbols? One is, of course, a lucky knot. Both are lucky knots for good fortune. Really a fun gift with purchase. Likely to see that in the next couple weeks as the Chinese New Year is coming upon us. The Lego alternate build for the Blacktron Renegade set. It is included in the instructions, so you can build it. But if you don't have the build yet and you want to go to the instructions, or lego.com/building instructions. I wish it was just lego.com/instructions. And you can download those and do the alternate building of the Walker set, which is an update to their latest, or the old set, 6876. The Blacktron Walker, which was an adaptation. I don't think you could do it from the old Renegade, but it was another set that definitely had some of those classic callbacks that a lot of people like. It was just released for $100, so you can go and check it out on your Lego store or go online. Rumors of the Lilo and Stitch Beach House description have been revealed. The beach house is going to include 2 surfboards, a Lilo Scrump doll turntable, a pickle jar, a brick-built spaceship, and 5 minifigures: David, Lilo, Mr. Bubbles, Nani, and Stitch. Now, this is probably going to be designed similar to the latest live action that will be coming out in June. The old school one would be fun. It's still a super unique set or build in itself. And I do love Lilo and Stitch. I even watched the TV show when I was a kid. So this is an interesting set. I think it's going to be about 800 pieces, which will probably cost about 100 to 130 bucks, I'd expect, for something like this. And the movie hopefully will be good. They're live action remakes, live action air quotes, because they've done a few that's just CGI'd and called it live action. Mufasa was really good, so this hopefully will be good too. Another gift with purchase has come out. This one is the birthday cake. Now, to celebrate your birthday, of course, you might want a little Lego set and gifting it to someone for happy birthday. It's a yellow tiered cake with some chocolate kind of runoff on the top, got some sprinkles to it, and it comes with a minifigure with a smaller cake. And I believe you can open it up, see inside, have a little birthday cake celebration room. Not sure when this will come out, but likely in the next couple weeks as well, similar to what we will see as the Chinese New Year's gift with purchase. Lego and Nike signed a new deal to have a full-on partnership in the next couple years. Well, it seems that they're going to start pretty soon. The rumor and what we've seen in some of the press release is showing that May of this year, we're going to start seeing some of those collaborations. Now, Adidas had their collaboration and had their primary shoe. I always can't remember, the All-Star? Or no, Superstar as their shoe. Hopefully we'll get a Jordan because, well, everybody loves Jordans and it would sell super well having that kind of partnership. And hopefully clothing, not just for kids, but adults as well. Partnerships are just a great way for Lego to integrate themselves into more and broader communities of people, not just interested in building Lego, but also into the branding, such as people that are huge Nike fans. And more likely to see more partnerships like this in the future. This is the end of the breaking news today. I was saving my voice, and there actually isn't a ton of news. It is the end of the year, the beginning of the year, which means that the December timeframe for the January 1st releases was huge. And if you haven't gone to see some of those sets or purchased any, I highly recommend. There's quite a lot of them. Speaking of, we'll talk about that in our set review here. But first, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. The more people who listen, the more I can continue to produce and create great content like this. And go over to the YouTube channel as well as Instagram if you haven't, checking out some of the content that I've done over there. All right, let's move into our Lego reviews of the set 42669. It's a 12 plus set at 1,161 pieces. You'll get 585 Insiders Rewards points for this, and a Beekeeper's House and Flower Garden. Now, I want to make a correction. There is a gift with purchase that you can get for this set. The Lucky Knots are available. You can also get the Tropic Toucan, as it is specifically for Dream City, Creator 3-in-1, or Friends merchandise for this, and it is $80. This set itself comes with 4 Friends figures. I think they're called doll figures. And 2 little animals. We've got a rabbit and I believe a little kitty cat to go with it. And what I like on the box is I realized that Friends puts the animals on there to have them as characters. I built this for a Bricklink Designer Program set, and it didn't get approved, surprise, but this one did, and I think it's better than mine for sure. The bee hives are really well done, where they've got the 1x3 inverted tiles or plates, I guess they would be, to create the shelter style that you can lift off the roof, and there's even 1x2 honeycomb sections. So, I mean, honestly, I would get this set. They're a little bit bigger than I would like, but they're perfect sized for the doll figures. There's, of course, flowers and the bees flying around. And then the shed itself has an area where you can sell honey and have little flower packets. And really also cool is that the doll figure has a beekeeping suit. Then the upstairs is for the shop owner, has a full-size bed and a typewriter. And at $90 for this set at the piece count and just the unique designs, I think, for me, it's worth it. It's something that A lot of creativity has been put into the Friends line, and having different interactive and playable sets like this is just well done. I cannot wait for more and more people to enjoy the Friends line. It's not for me, but the designs definitely are what I would look for in Lego sets. And lastly, our Brickable mock review is the Imperial Lat Gunship, LAAT, by Remco_Rohan. Both links are in the description. And it is 20 euros for this instructions. It's 2,603 pieces. And it's based on concept art that was done by E.C. Henry. It might not actually be concept art now that I think about it. It just might be Lego art. But it's the Republic gunship, but done in an Empire way. So all gray and very much angular styles instead of rounded sections. It's got a lot of sloping to it on the a full ramp section all the way down. The engines look like they have like reversible parts to it, and the detailing and how clean the lines are for something that has so many angles is just superb. They've done great work before. They have the Sith infiltrator ship as well as something for sale, and an interior section where a speeder can launch from the roof section. Then, of course, you're going to have troopers drop out of the other side. They've done other shuttles, like the First Order had their transport shuttle look like junk. This one is just awesome, and highly recommend you get these instructions, build it, and put it alongside your UCS Republic gunship to have such a fun build. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to sign off so I can save my voice here, but I'll leave you as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.